Lately, the world has been talking more and more about the situation in the Asia-Pacific region, especially the Taiwan Strait and the potential war between China and Taiwan. If a conflict does break out, Taiwan will undoubtedly rely on support from the United States and its regional partners, Japan, South Korea, the Philippines and Australia. But if a surprise attack happens, and considering how the nature of warfare is evolving, Taiwan will need to depend on its own military first and foremost. There is clearly a significant difference between the two armies, but just how big is it? According to the Global Firepower Ranking for the year 2025, Taiwan ranks 22nd in the world, between Vietnam and Poland, and 2 places below Ukraine, which is in the 20th place. China, meanwhile, holds a stable 3rd place in the global ranking. The modern Taiwanese army has no real combat experience, but if you compare its equipment, military budget, research and development, troop numbers and training to the rest of the world, Taiwan's military is stronger than that of 90% of all countries and regions. That may sound unbelievable. After all, Taiwan is a small island, only 36,000 square kilometers in size, with a population of about 23 million. Its total military force numbers around 160,000 personnel. That's not what most would consider a strong military. But here is the reality. Out of 195 countries in the world, Taiwan's military strength ranks above more than 170 of them. Let's take the United Kingdom as an example. It's one of the oldest great powers in the world, but today the total strength of the British military is about 180,000, only 20,000 more than Taiwan. Still, some underestimate Taiwan's army, especially in China. Many generals and analysts have claimed that China could take over Taiwan in just a few hours. Some even confidently predicted a swift war before the year 2020. And yet, here we are in 2025, 5 years later, and none of those forecasts have come true. So, how strong is Taiwan's military actually? Can it really be defeated in just a few hours? Let's take a look at this year's data and compare Taiwan to mainland China. Let's start with the defense budget. Taiwan spends about $19.5 billion. China, on the other hand, spends $266.5 billion. The difference is more than $247 billion. Moving on to the Air Force. Total number of aircraft, Taiwan has 761, while China has 3,309. Fighter jets, Taiwan 285, China 1,212. Dedicated attack aircraft, Taiwan has 0, China has 371. Transport planes, Taiwan 19, China 289. Trainer aircraft, Taiwan 232, China 402. Special mission aircraft, Taiwan has 18, China has 112. Aerial tankers, Taiwan has 0, China has 10. Helicopters, Taiwan 236, China 913. Attack helicopters, Taiwan 91, China 281. Taiwan's Air Force is primarily based on 129 IDF Dingo fighters, which are domestically developed, and American F-16Vs, the most modern and advanced version of the F-16. The Dingo is a decent lightweight fighter, but it's defensive by design. Its speed, range, and payload are all limited, and it's inferior to China's J-10 and J-16 in performance. The F-16V is Taiwan's most powerful aircraft. It performs well, but as of now, there are only 141 in service. By the end of 2026, there will be 206. Overall, in terms of numbers and capabilities, China's new J-20 and J-35 fighters could easily dominate Taiwan in the skies. Now let's turn to the Navy, which could play a crucial role given that the Taiwan Strait would be the main battlefield. Military ships, Taiwan has 97, China has 754. Aircraft carriers, Taiwan 0, China 3. Helo carriers, Taiwan 0, China 4. Submarines, Taiwan 4, China 61. Destroyers, Taiwan 4, China 50. Frigates, Taiwan 22, China 47. Corvettes, Taiwan 7, China 72. Patrol vessels, Taiwan 37, China 150. And mine warfare, Taiwan has 14, China has 36. Although Taiwan's fleet looks solid on paper, most of its vessels are small and outdated. The 4 Geelong class destroyers displace only about 9,700 tons. The 22 Chang'an class and 6 Jiyan class frigates are only about 4,000 tons. The 6 Kandin class frigates are even smaller, just 3,000 tons. Taiwan's submarines are also in poor condition. The Sea Lion and Seal, or as they call them in Taiwan, Haishi and Haibao, have been in service since 1973. They are the oldest operational submarines in the world and are mostly used for training. The Sea Dragon and Sea Tiger, Hailong and Haihu, entered service in the late 80s. The newest submarine, Haikun class, was launched in 2023, but hasn't yet joined the fleet. Now let's compare ground forces. As the war in Ukraine has shown, tanks and artillery are no longer the most decisive weapons, but they still matter. Tanks. Taiwan has 888, China has 6,800. Armored vehicles. Taiwan 19,921, China 144,017. Self-propelled artillery. Taiwan 488, China 3,490. Towed artillery. Taiwan 1,360, China 1,000. Multiple rocket launchers. Taiwan 234, China 2,750. The only category where Taiwan leads is in towed artillery. In every other area, China significantly surpasses Taiwan. Another major issue is that Taiwan's equipment is very outdated. Taiwan's main battle tanks are the CM-11 Brave Tiger and the CM-12, both developed jointly with the United States. They were impressive in their day, but are now obsolete. Both are based on American tank designs from the 80s, the M48A3 and M60A3, and were adopted in the 90s. Taiwan's most modern and powerful tank is the M1A2T Abrams. Taiwan ordered 108 units, but currently has only 38 in service, far too few to shift the balance. And even these tanks had little impact in Ukraine. Drones, on the other hand, have made all the difference. When it comes to drones, the gap between Taiwan and China is just as wide as in other areas. Taiwan has around 500 military drones, mostly used for reconnaissance, surveillance, and training. Its drone program is still developing and focuses on small UAVs for basic tasks. China, meanwhile, has over 5,000 military drones, ranging from small tactical UAVs to large, high-altitude combat drones like the Winloon, Rainbow CH-4 and CH-5. These drones have already been used in combat, especially by Pakistan along the Indian border. They are capable of long-range strikes, electronic warfare, and swarm attacks. These drones are exported to dozens of countries. which proves both their effectiveness and China's growing influence on the global drone market. In recent years, Chinese drones have been spotted near Taiwan's airspace more and more frequently, gathering intelligence and testing Taiwan's responses. And then there are FPV drones, which have already revolutionized modern warfare. Taiwan has only just begun using them, mostly by modifying commercial drones or building prototypes through local defense contractors. Meanwhile, China is way ahead, thanks to its enormous civilian drone industry, which can scale production rapidly. Companies across the country are mass-producing FPV drones, many of which can easily be turned into cheap flying bombs. These drones are fast, cheap and deadly, and in a future war, China could flood the skies with thousands of them. On top of all these, China has nuclear weapons. Taiwan does not. China also has a massive stockpile of conventional missiles. This is why we sometimes hear extreme rhetoric from Chinese like, "We'll take back the island, but not the people on it." That said, a nuclear war between the two sides is extremely unlikely. If it did happen, radioactive fallout would affect not only Taiwan, but also China's own southeastern coastal regions. Taiwan has the second most dense missile defense system in the world, behind only Israel. If a nuclear missile were intercepted mid-air or destroyed before launch, the resulting fallout could be worse for mainland China than for Taiwan. And finally, Taiwan has one more serious weakness: internal divisions. Taiwan is home to different groups of people, including those sympathetic to mainland China and possibly even undercover agents. If war breaks out, both groups could cause instability, plunging society into chaos even before any military action begins. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again and see you next time.